Hello everyone, and welcome to this special edition of For Your Feelings Only, presented by the World State.
We're your hosts, Joan Trotsky and Woodrow Coolidge Hoover. What have we got on the agenda today, Woodrow?
Well, for those of you not bottled, we have a terrific on-site interview with our correspondent, and an interview with the one and only Bernard Marx, and much more. For those of you who are bottled, we hope that your development is going swimmingly. Recently, the controller of Western Europe, Mustafa Mann, visited the London hatchery to talk to some Alpha students. Some say it was his first public appearance since he was decanted. As expected, Mann bestowed his great knowledge upon these young Alphas. He spoke about the 9 Years' War, Christianity, Shakespeare, and other topics that most of our viewers don't even recognize. Speaking of Shakespeare, there are also rumors of the controller's secret bookcase in which he keeps numerous banned books. I assume that once Mann got back from his visit, he picked up a book of Shakespeare's from between the Communist Manifesto and the Bible, whatever those are. Mann's antisocial behavior is really something, Joanne.
Isn't our friendship fantastic? Now on to our regularly scheduled joke minute.
Fantastic. And what's today's topic, Joanne?
Today's topic is deltas and epsilons. The first World State approved joke goes like this. What is the difference between an epsilon and a tree, Woodrow?
I have no idea.
Trees wear brown. The next is about deltas, or, as we at For Your Feelings Only like to call them, Kathy epsilons with too little alcohol in their blood surrogate. The joke goes like this. Why did the delta throw his margarine substitute out the window?
Why?
He wanted to see a butterfly. But 8 out of 9 of our viewers will not understand this joke, as only alphas are permitted to take biology classes about extinct animals. I'm so glad I'm an alpha.
As am I, Joanne. Remember, though, that even epsilon semimorons play an integral role in the stability of the world state. Speaking of playing integral roles, we're going to send it over now to our correspondent, Grace Williams, live from London.
We're here at the Conditioning Center witnessing the marvelous effects of hypnopaedia. At the age of 5, children begin to receive the lessons. Everyone is happy nowadays. Right now, this alpha is hearing, never put off till tomorrow the fun you can have today. He has been hearing this 400 times a week since the age of 14. And will continue to hear this for the next year and a half. Back in the dark ages, before our great sword, the elderly used to pass on knowledge and wisdom through the spoken word. But now we have the great art of hypnopaedia. It's so easy, even epsilons can do it. As you can see, the effects of hypnopaedia are so strong, almost as strong as the summer holidays. We've brought the alpha to a hyper pool to demonstrate how powerful hypnopaedia is. As you can see, no reaction.
Today, our guest is Mr. Bernard Marx. How are you today, Mr. Marx?
Well, I am just fine. I'm glad that I was able to make it today, since I've been very busy these last few days.
Ah, yes, we heard about your excursion to the Savage Reservation. Would you mind telling us more about that, Mr. Marx?
Well, I'm sure you all have heard it by now, but I'd love to tell it again. Lenina and I took a trip to the New Mexico Reservation and witnessed such beastly acts and lifestyles, some too horrible to talk about. But I was able to save 2 of the barbarians from living out the rest of their lives in the filth they call civilization.
Oh my, it sounds like you and Miss Crown were incredibly brave. Could you tell us more about these beastly savages?
Of course. On summer nights, they would dance and worship idols. Idols, of course, that couldn't hold a candle to our great Ford. But worst of all, they had mothers and fathers, and they would have families.
Oh my, Mr. Marx, you have seen so much. Please, do tell us more about these families.
Well, each man and woman insisted on only having sexual pleasures with the other person. This monogamy made them dislike one of our former members, Linda, the DHC's partner at the time when he lost her at the reservation after having impregnated her.
So, she, one of us, you, oh no, surely.
Yes. The savage technically is too, even though he wasn't decanted.
And Mr. Mark, having brought back two of these people, if you can call them that, what do you think should be done with the rest of them?
It is my belief that extracting these people has been very beneficial to the world state, and it should be done more often.
But, my dear Mr. Mark, if these people have been put on such reservations, then they were obviously put there in the interest of the
Let
world.
me cut you off there, okay? You ever thought that maybe the world state made a mistake? That maybe I discovered something beneficial to the world state? That everyone's wrong about me, and there was never any alcohol in my blood surrogate, and I'm right, the world state was wrong?
No, actually, I have not thought about that.
Well, that's what you've been conditioned to think. 50 repetitions every other day from ages 3 until 15. That's exactly what the world state wants. If you could assimilate the savages, there would be no need for reservations. And maybe some of their own practices, the less beastly ones anyway, could be beneficial to the state. Biological mothers and fathers, of course, they're out of the question. But
Mr. Mark, you're under arrest.
no, please.
Well, looks like that's all we have time for now. And I'm sure that whoever our guest was, they are in the capable hands of the world state. And now, a word from our sponsor.
Is your happiness falling below societal norms?
Tell me about it.
Well, I have the thing for you. Introducing the all-new, multi-flavored Soma tablets.
Oh my Ford.
With these award-winning tablets, you can knock yourself into a holiday like no other before. Were you critically injured in a helicopter crash? Is your sex life beginning to suffer? Are you getting less girls in your bed? It doesn't matter. A grand is better than a damn. These tablets are sure to get you through the most brutal of times. These new tablets come in flavors such as saxophone strawberry, ordinary orange, and lustful lemon.
Wow, that sounds great.
But wait, there's more. Each tablet is programmed by our deltas to have a designated function on specific occasions. Side effects may include headaches, coma, and most importantly, unproductivity. The world state applauds your consumption. Soma tabs. Eat a tab, and you'll be glad.
What a lovely way to take a holiday.
And that concludes our program, so thank you for all for watching, and thanks to the World State for allowing this.